Ryan for Media Spotlight UK, and I'm here tonight with Andy Howson after his defeat to Joey Knight tonight, which I felt was a lot closer fight than what people put out. Brother, how do you feel about the result tonight?
I personally think I did enough to win. I lost round 1, I lost round 2, I'm fully aware of that. I didn't really find my feet until round 3, but then I believe I won round 3, I won round 4. Round 5, it was close, but I still think I landed the cleaner shots. Joey just ran away and showboated more than anything else, I believe. But I said from the start that I think Joey's one of the best in this lightweight division. So to go the distance with him, especially after the performance he put on with Cray, I'm proud of that. And I turned 46 in 2 weeks. You know what I mean? So, and it's my first boxing fight ever. So I'm proud of my performance. I'm just happy to be here and be a part of Misfits. It's absolute madness, but I'm here for it. So
yeah, it's brilliant. You was very entertaining tonight. What I noticed was every time you was teeing off, Joey Knight would pull his tongue out. They always say in boxing that's a sign of he's troubling you because you're reacting in that way. Is that what your thought was?
Yeah. I knew I'd got under his skin a little bit because he hit me with probably his best shot in round 1. And don't get me wrong, he rocked me in round 1. The boy has got power. I can see why people are scared of him. I can see why people have been knocked out by him. But he couldn't put me away. And he hit me with that shot. And he smiled and went, shit, I can't get rid of him. And then the fight changed then after that. After round 2, the fight changed. And I feel like it went in my favour round 3, round 4. Like I say, I believe I did the cleaner work. It was all down on round 5 going into the last round, and I think I nicked it, but you know, look, I'm not going to run around bitching about the result. It's my first time on Misfits. Joey's their boy. He's one of the faces of Misfits. I'm just proud to have shared the ring with him. He's a lovely guy. We've both got little families, and we're here doing that for our families. So the main thing for me is that we've come out of it safe and sound, and we're getting a payday.
I feel like you enjoy this game, Andy. Obviously, you've gone the full length with Joey Knight. You've given him his respect, but you must have trained for the longevity to go the full rounds. And this is probably what's giving you confidence to continue on this platform.
100%. The fact that I've gone 5 rounds with, like I say, what I personally believe is one of the best in the division, it's given me a massive, massive boost, and made me believe I belong here, even at 46 years old, and all my Thai fights. I know I belong here because there's people who got in the ring with Joey and been flattened in 1-2 rounds, you know. So the fact I've gone the distance with him, I'm just happy. I'm proud I've gone the distance, and I think I pushed him to his limits tonight. I think I could have got the result, but I'm not going to bitch about it. It is what it is.
Andy, what's it like? What's a boxing camp like? It's your first boxing match. What's the camp like? What's it like having a camp for a longevity of 8 to 12 weeks? What's it like? What's it like, your experience?
So this camp's been extra long. I started training back in like November, boxing. Obviously I fought Muay Thai for 27 years. I've never moved my head, I've never really had boxing footwork, my stance has had to change, head movement, I've never moved my head. Things like that need a lot of time to learn them. So I started training boxing in around November time last year. And then obviously I was given a date to fight in June originally by Mams. That was the plan was to fight in June. All of a sudden, with about 6 weeks to go, that changed, and it was April 12th in Leeds. And I was like, yep, opponent Joey Knight, yep, no worries, didn't question it.
Local to you?
It was local, it would have been a madness. I'd have sold shitloads, that would have been amazing. Unfortunately, due to, I think, the Manchester show falling back and things like that, the schedule changed, and it got set back another 6 weeks. It turns out that was a bit of a blessing in disguise. It gave me longer to learn, and quite literally the day after I finished camp, I fell ill. I got sinusitis and I was ill for a couple of weeks, so it was a blessing in disguise. But it gave me 6 more weeks of learning. Started picking up a few niggles toward the end of camp, but we got it done, and I didn't feel a thing when I got in there. You know, as soon as you get in there, you switch on, and it's game time, innit? You know, I've done this over and over again. I've done it 97 fights tonight.
That's what I was going to say. Sorry, the other day I watched an interview and you said 100. This is my 100th fight. So I didn't want to put it that you had 100 boxing fights, but that experience, that was probably good taking it into this side of the boxing, combat sports.
That's it. That was my 97th professional fight.
Madness. Legend.
So 96 Muay Thai fights, and that was my first pro boxing fight. And I loved it. I enjoyed every minute of it, you know. It was like a test because I didn't know if I was going to gas. I didn't know how I was going to react. I didn't know if I'd actually move my head, you know. I was worried that I'd revolt back to old kind of Thai boxing kind of style and just go into war, which I didn't do. And I can't do that thing with Joey. Everyone expected that to happen. I think everyone thought we were just going to go like that and have a fight. But I think Joey respects my power and my toughness from my Thai background. I respect his power. I've seen him knock people out. And it didn't cancel each other out.
Yeah.
It was a good fight as far as I'm aware. It was still a great fight.
Very equal, my friend. Very equal. Like I had you. Like I like Joey as well, but I had you winning the fight. To be honest with you, yeah. Like some people in my comments will probably come at me later, but that's what I did from watching it. So going forward, obviously you're on Misfits now. First fight out in the bag. Who do you see that you can fight next? And if there was like a tournament, I know the big deal, like Dina Gray and stuff like that. Do you reckon you can match yourself against these sort of opponents on Misfits platform?
Oh, 100%. I've said over and over again that I actually believe that Joey's one of the best in the division, if not the best in the division. He showed that when he fought Cray Cray.
Yeah.
If there'd have been another round or two, he'd have beat Cray Cray. He'd have probably knocked him out.
Yeah.
Cray Cray is brilliant amateur boxer, and he took the amateur style into the pro fight. And he skirted around, then he won on points, comfortably. But the last 2 rounds, he was getting caught with some mad shots. I've signed a free fight deal currently, so I go on holiday on Monday with my family, and then as soon as I'm back, I'll be back in the gym getting ready again, and I'm ready to go whenever Mam's giving me the call. I've never skirted or ran away from opponents. I'll fight anyone they put in front of me. I couldn't give a to be honest with you. I'm not bothered. And the fact that I've gone the distance in a very close fight that I personally think I could have won, therefore, I think that sets me in good stead for anyone in that division.
Andy, I like to say, even though you're not going to feel it, congratulations on getting on this platform, putting a good performance in, and I'll be watching you during this Misfits. A lot of these, whether they're Thai fighters, MMA fighters, when they get on Misfits, they enjoy it. Yeah. I feel like you enjoy the buzz of being here.
I loved it, and I had a good crowd here. I think we've got over 100 people here tonight. Yeah. So that's not too bad for Derby, and my first fight back in over 5 years, changing sports. Yeah, look. Like I say, I'm an old man, I'm 46 years old.
He wasn't like it out there tonight, mate. It wasn't like an old man tonight.
I rolled back the clock, mate. I felt good. I've trained my ass off for this. I always train hard. I always have my entire career. I never take anyone lightly, and I'm not going to start now. I'm older, wiser, with more up here now. And I actually got hit way less in that fight than I ever did in any of my Thai fights. So, Misfits is a madness. It's insane. I've enjoyed every minute of it, so I'm just, like I say, I'll go on holiday on Monday, get that out of the way, have a chat with Mams and see where we go from there.
And you had one more thing, you had your fans out there tonight. They were buzzing you out, they were shouting your name. Is there anything you've got to say to your fans,
Yeah, I've got to say a big thank you to everyone that came down, all the guys from Bad Company Gym, from Osters, all of my friends and family that are here, and all my sponsors, Jim King, York Cow, STMA Coventry, Pinde, Cash, all the guys that have sponsored me, Servo Security. Thank you guys, because without you I wouldn't be able to do it. You've basically funded my fight camp, and without that I wouldn't be here and be able to do it. So thank everybody who's come to watch, whether you come to watch me win, lose, draw. Thank you for buying a ticket and supporting us. We need you guys here, filling the arena. Thank you, keep doing it.
Enjoy your holiday, Andy, and enjoy this platform on Misfits, and good luck in the future with the fights that you've got coming up, my friend. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, brother.
Cheers.
Thank you, mate.
Cheers,
Thank
mate.
you.
Thank you.
I
Cheers.
enjoyed that. Thank you.